Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of F1 Manager 22. Yes, we've signed Gasly for 8 million on a multi-year contract. Unfortunately, we lost the video of everything we've done back at the HQ, practice, quali, and then the first 15 laps of the race.
Check the
But
DRS.
at this moment
Copy.
we are running EP11 and 12 in Miami. Started off as a dry race and then we managed to go straight onto the wets, doing a better strategy
want to increase
than
lift
we
and
did
coast.
in Australia, and
Yes.
we're finding ourselves very close to the points at this stage. Albon running in front of Gasly and then the McLaren just ahead of us. So overall for this weekend, not looking too bad as a start. The race will go to dry later on. So what we're going to do now is try and manage this as best as possible and see if we can come out ahead using the wet tyre then. Albon currently on a 44.6, Ricciardo on a 44.4, and then Magnussen on a 44.1, so we almost half a second slower than Magnussen at this moment, but we're very close to the points. Both Aston Martins currently in 16th and 17th, with a couple of guys that just came out of the pits. If we look ahead, Sainz Verstappen to Hamilton, Leclerc in 4th, so the fight up ahead is there. We are quite struggling in this last chicane in Miami, again low speed corner, so yeah, we're losing some ground over there, but we're trying to manage this as best as possible.
Focus and push.
Then with the conditions that should change, we might be able to capitalize on that, and maybe we could see points finish for us. At this moment we're just trying to keep Gasly within range of Albon, but we've got a Mercedes of Russell diving on the inside, so maybe we can use that and the slipstream for this race. There's no DRS at this moment, so yeah, we need to use the slipstream where we can.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Russell on a 45.4, we're on a 45.4 as well, so yeah, slightly over speed from him, overtaking us in the second last corner. Immediately Gasly
Overtake
back on the
is
inside.
available.
Russell at this moment is still on the Indus, but it is on wet conditions, above 4 mil on track, so maybe we can get the upper hand in a couple of laps. Going to the inside with Gasly, see if we can get Russell here just before the chicane. Running a little bit over that curb, but immediately going back to neutral. See if we can save up a bit of ERS.
And there's an
to
overtake
deploy
from
later
Williams.
when we need that. The chicane is proving to be quite difficult for us. Norris there on a 47.0, we're on a 46.5, so currently we're keeping up good pace with the McLarens as well. Aston's behind, and then the only Haas running in front of us is Magnussen, that's currently running in 9th. So overall not too bad on pace for this weekend in Miami. Maybe this track suits us a little bit better,
Reduce the lift and
but
co.
we're managing to keep
Yeah.
up with the guys. Some of the guys ahead, Hamilton, Magnussen, dropping
Good job.
into the pits. Russell also.
Let's
into
take a
the
look
pits.
at the replay. Now we see the Williams here.
Taking the horse over there, so the guys on the inside are really starting to struggle.
A
That's where
bold move
our wets
indeed.
come alive.
And with that, they've gained a position. Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it.
With Hamilton into the pits, Albon is promoted to 9th. Gasly for a slight moment to 10th, but Hamilton managed to just come out in front of him, and Ocon is breathing down our neck. Russell now currently in 19th, and the two horses on 18 and 20. So definitely a better strat to go straight onto the wets than to go to intermediates and then to wets. So that's something that we'll need to have a look at in future races, just to make sure that we do the best job possible, especially with changing conditions.
Coming down.
Yeah, A firm.
Albon is slightly losing track there of Ricardo, 1.5 seconds behind. Gasly is onto Hamilton within a
You can afford to drop
second.
back.
Even though there's no DRS,
Okay.
within a second there's still some slipstream benefits that we could use to get Gasly a little bit more up through the field. But the guys are dropping back slightly. These are cars that's very much faster than us. Over these you can see between lap 30-35 somewhere there we should go to dry conditions again. So we need to make sure that we play the hand correctly for that. On to lap 20 now here. Albon still sticking out in 9th place with Hamilton just half a second behind. Gasly lost some ground, 2.5 seconds behind Hamilton, and then Ocon straight on us. On to lap 25, Hamilton overtook Albon. Gasly now 4.5 seconds behind Albon, so quite a good race for Albon this far. Gasly managed to keep Ocon behind, and again that Albon
You can
is
afford
a
to
lot
drop back.
faster than us.
Yep, copy.
Russell now up to 18th, so definitely not a good race for him with the strat calls. Albon still running in 10th, 55.2, but Ricardo now 5.6 seconds ahead of him on lap 30. Norris quite a way behind, and the Aston Martins managed to promote themselves to 14 and 15th. So only Ocon and Guan Yu Zhou behind us, being the Astons. Russell currently on 18th, so not a good race for them. Something that I just need to mention is with Gasly coming over to us, Latifi is then of course drop, and Duan was signed for AlphaTauri. Just trying to harvest some ERS for Gasly, see if we are able to keep up the defense against Ocon behind, and see if we can close the gap to Albon ahead. We get into that crossover period. As you can see on lap 38, the rainfall and the water on track drop now to below 2.5 mil. So we're gonna call Albon in early, see if we can maybe promote ourselves a little bit.
Boxing this lap.
More.
Okay, box.
Same with Gasly. So we're gonna double stack.
Box.
See if we are able to pull that off, go onto the medium, and then complete the race, of course. Bottas now running in 3rd, and Gasly is fighting with Ocon for 11th. Albon still comfy in 10th place. So let's see how the pit stops go. This will be our second stop for the race, so much better than Australia. On lap 39, the guys diving into the pits. Will be a double stack. So let's see what the timing screen is, and if Gasly will lose some ground. Water on track now below 2 mil. So I'm hoping this dries up quite quickly in order for us to actually benefit from the undercut. 2.6 for Albon. Gasly into the box. 39.3 in total versus a 31.4. So almost 2 seconds lost there for Gasly. So in order for us to actually do a double stack, we need to be more than 5 seconds apart. 13 for Albon, 14th for Gasly, but we get overtaken straight by Magnussen. Still running on the wet tyre. Currently the rainfall 1.7. So really thought it'll be drying up a lot quicker. Onto lap 41 now. 1.3 mil on track, so almost to dry conditions. But we fell back through the order. Albon now running in 17th and Gasly on 18th. So with everyone ahead, still a lot of pit stops that needs to be made. I think we pulled the trigger a little bit early towards the end of lap 41. As you can see, the Gasly under attack by the AlphaTauri.
We think the track will be dry.
Yeah.
Dry conditions coming in through the radio. So definitely a little bit soon that we over there, but still better straight.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Currently now in 17
reduce
and
lift and
19,
coast.
both Aston and us, but they still need to make their pit stop. Water on track now below 1.9 mil.
You can afford to drop back.
Yep, okay.
The guys ahead still sticking out on track with those wets, but I believe we should see the benefit of the slick tires now coming through. Albon on a 44, guys ahead below 40, so definitely missed our crossover period. But as you can see, Bottas Perez starting to dive into the pits. Tsunoda, Alonso, guys are now starting to come in. Hamilton as well.
We want to leave court, please.
Got the guys there from T1.
Let's just do lift and coasting.
Okay.
T1 dives into the pits, so we cleared him now. Albon promoted there to 15th with the guys that's currently in the pits, and Magnussen exiting just in front of him. See if we're able to keep up with Magnussen. He is on the hard tires, so we could get dragged along. A couple of guys ahead still on Inters. Vettel into the pits again. We're well clear of the Aston Martins. Almost 10 seconds between Gasly and Stroll. Got the DRS from Magnussen. Onto lap 44, we managed to clear Magnussen, but he's got DRS on us now on this back straight. Gasly 3 seconds behind us. With DRS going on the inside again into turn 1, Albon makes the move. Gap to Norris 11 seconds. This grew to lap 50 to 16 seconds with Albon and Magnussen still in that fight. Russell came into the pits, so Gasly is now in DRS zone of Russell, so that he could drag us along as well. We managed to close that 3 second gap
lift
to
and court.
Magnussen Albon fight. We're right on them now, so both guys bunched up. Albon running in 13th at this moment, so very good race. If we take into the account the time that we lost when we went to mediums, but earlier than the rest of the field, I still think this is a good result. The gap back to Stroll now 14 seconds, so much better compared to the Astons at this moment. Tyre wear looking good overall. Still have a couple of laps to go. On to lap 55 now. We're still in that train, but Russell managed to clear both Magnussen and Albon. He's now leading this pack, 18 seconds behind Norris. So maybe we could get dragged along with Albon going from the outside of turn 1, inside of turn 2. Managed to get that position back from Russell. So the guys are pushing on quite nicely.
And a new position, just gained by Williams. Here's the replay. Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon.
Good overtaking.
Gaining a position there. They make it look so easy. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
Need to save some fuel with Gasly. Only 2 more laps to go, but running very thin, so getting that onto conserve and see if we can maybe try and stay in this train but save fuel with that.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Onto the last stretch. Sainz takes the win. Albon running in 13, still see if he can.
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
Gasly with a massive dive down the inside of Magnussen, going up to 15th.
DRS is currently disabled.
Albon managed to stay ahead of Russell, with Gasly coming in on 15th, so very good.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I think this worked out very, very well.
Check the DRS.
Copy.
So 2-stop strat for both guys, from the softs onto the wets and then to the mediums for this last stint. I think this went very well, and a good finishing position for the team. So Leclerc taking the fastest lap, Sainz taking the win from Verstappen, and both guys up. Albon up in 5 spaces from quali position. Verstappen leading the Drivers' Championship. Albon still with 0 points on the board, of course, and then between Haas, Aston and Williams, only teams to score a point yet. Some good experience for the guys. Still haven't run Aiken for practice, but a good race for both. Payout to Gasly, finished 15 or above for 900k, so it's quite pricey. But I think it's better to have Gasly in our team.